Well, hello and welcome to Pick a Card Tuesday. It feels like a wheeler dealer kind of thing, right? Welcome, come on down to the next, great time. Okay, so we're going to use two decks. The first deck is the Connolly deck. This deck I've been using for, well, you can tell by the deck. It's been a long, long time, probably about 30 years. I think it was written in the 80s. This book has been with me forever. Look at it. It's in pretty rough shape, but this is like a Bible for tarot card readings. I love it because the deck itself is so pretty. The illustrations are really powerful, lovely colors. I'm picking all the dark ones right now. Yeah, like let's look at that one. There we go. Really beautiful, positive, yeah, positive cards, even when it's, yeah, they're just, I don't know. When I was first starting out, I would go to Banyan Books in Vancouver back in, the mid 80s. And I would hold on to a deck, and some of the decks I'd have to throw down right away. It was like, whoa, yeah, not touching that one. But this Connolly deck I found to be really, really beautiful. So the other deck that we're going to be using today is we're going to draw one card from the medicine cards. Now, some of you may be familiar with these. I couldn't find my deck, so I put it out on eBay and searched on eBay, and I found a deck from, again, probably the 80s, early 90s. And again, the illustrations are so beautiful. They're really positive. And I love it because being Aboriginal, being Native myself, I love the tales that are told from generations. They are just passed down, and it's that knowledge. And I think one of my favorite stories is that of Rabbit and how it became fearful, because Rabbit used to be a great warrior. So as we go through these every Tuesday, maybe we'll come across that story and I'll share it with you. Okay, so let us begin. You're going to choose between, I'm going to do 4 decks, okay, 4 choices that you can choose from. So in your mind, I want you to take a nice deep breath in, breathe in through your nose, and breathe out through your mouth, letting go. And just feel all the stress and the tension go. And take 2 more deep breaths in and exhale. And while I'm talking, just breathe. Concentrate on your breathing. And I want you to imagine that we have deck number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Which deck feels like it's bouncing out at you? Which one feels the strongest? Which one do you feel the pull towards? So I want you to imagine yourself saying, is it deck number 1 that I should be focusing on? Is it deck number 1, yes or no? And you'll feel either lighter or heavier. You'll hear yes or no. You'll feel, like a lightment, or you'll feel heavy. Okay, either way. So the heaviness is no, the lightness is yes, right? Do the same with deck number 2. Is deck number 2 the one that I should focus on? Yes or no? Is deck number 3 the one that I should focus on? Yes or no? Is deck number 4 the one that I should focus on? Yes or no? If you don't get anything with any of those, I want you to go right back to where we started this and do it again. And this time, drink some water, drink a shake, get some fluid into you, and hold the water in your mouth when you are asking the question, because it's dehydration will lead to the indecisiveness, not knowing, what the answer is. Okay, so hold water in your mouth, and then do this. Is deck number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so deck number 1. I pulled the cards, and really positive deck. Wow! It's almost all cups. And cups, the meaning of cups in the tarot cards, right? This is the cups. So the meaning of cups is is emotions, is abundance, is joy. Usually there's an announcement coming, something to that effect, and just blessings all around. So really positive. And almost every card is is the cups. So let us begin. The first one, Ten of Cups. Can you see it? Okay. So Ten of Cups is you're experiencing the state of happiness. It's really beautiful, isn't it? And you're relying on hopes and dreams. The dreams are going to come true. And also that there's a lot of peace, and you can see it in her. There's peace after the pain has left. Sorry, my dog is at the door. Just 1 second. Come on. That a good girl. Come on, lie down. Good girl. Okay, I'm back. So, like I said, peace has come after some pain. So if you've been experiencing pain, the good news is it is lifting. Yay! And the rainbows are there. The childlike feeling is there, and lots of abundance. It is raining upon you. You have support. You can actually see the love and the guidance in the young man for the young woman, or the young woman for the young woman, or yeah. And you can just see the love there. So it's really beautiful. What else? Possible trip, right? A possible trip. Things will be happening very soon for the better. Yeah, I think that's about it. It's just a really positive card. Okay, so that is the Ten of Cups. Yeah. Anything else I can say about that? Yeah, just the support. You know, you've got a lot of support coming your way. So don't worry. It'll all be good. The next card is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, very intuitive. You are extremely intuitive, and you have the ability to have a lot of guidance at this time. So I would suggest doing your automatic writing. Get a journal out and connect with Spirit when you wake up at 2:30 or 3:30 or 4:22 in the morning, or whatever time it is. Usually it's an unusual hour. And I want you to get out that journal and speak with Spirit, you know, and just say, okay, what is it that you would like to tell me? And start writing down, because this is a really strong time of your intuition. Okay. Also, there's a lot of support. It's all about support again. It's this is like the tip of the iceberg. You know, there's so much support and activity underneath that is bubbling up, and you can actually feel that you don't understand how much depth activity is going on to raise you up, to support you. And this is a really magical time. Also, there's an old saying. You can actually see the piece of paper. The piece of paper in her hand, and it says, "Behind the veil, within her grasp, living knowledge from the past." So this means that you have a surprise coming, or an old friend coming. It can be again with your automatic writing, or your channeling, or speaking with Spirit, speaking with your spirit guides. That old knowledge is going to be coming back to help you in divine ways. It's really beautiful. Okay. The next card is the Page of Cups. And Page of Cups, he's a young person, or she. It can be a he or she. And fair-haired. I'm not doing one eye. I'm just trying to peek around the corner here so I can see the card. Yeah, fair-haired, very gentle soul, very loving, kind. Again, this is another, you've had 3 cards in a row here. 3 cards saying that there's a surprise, a message. It can be a message of marriage, a message of birth, or just a gift is coming to you, is being offered, especially from this kind young person. they're offering you some kind of kindness, kind words, a kind gift. Yeah, a lot of blessings. Yeah, so that's quite beautiful. Um, the next one is the Seven of Cups. There is another cups, right? So this is difficulty in making decisions. So you have lots of decisions all around you and not really too sure, what to decide. In a crossroads, even. You can be in a crossroads and you can see the path underneath. But the path is bright, it's filled with love, it's pink, and the cups are pink, and the wardrobe is pink. So this is all about, a lot of support again, a lot of love, and yeah, it's really beautiful. So know that yes, you have a lot of choices, but what are you going to do about those? Okay, so when you have this many choices, you got to prioritize them. And so I want you to get out that pen and paper again, and you're going to write down all the choices that you have, and you're going to prioritize which choices you want to accomplish first. So choose the top three, use common sense, and choose the top three. And then once you have those top three decided, forgive me, I just went to the gym. My nose is running. Too much information, I know. Anyways, when you have your top three decided, I want you to take that top one, the number one, and I want you to focus on it and really see it, feel it, experience it as if it's already happening here and now. And then you will know which way on that path to go, okay? And the last one is the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups, this is beautiful. This is either a friendship or a relationship. It can be the start of a relationship, or it can be an established relationship that you're already in, but it feels anew. It feels like a new spark, a new sense of life, and it feels right. There's a lot of knowledge being shared between the two and in perfect harmony. Like, take a look at that picture. It's so beautiful. So this is a beautiful start to a new relationship, perhaps, and much gratitude. What else can I say? Oh yeah, there's an old saying as well with this one. So harmony flows between two souls, and together they can reach their goals. So, that's what it's all about, right? It's so pretty. Yeah, so you've got your pathway, it's straight ahead of you, and yeah, it's really beautiful. Okay, so then we pick where's my deck? There. Then we pick from the, what's it called? The medicine card deck, okay? And what I chose, what came out for group number 1 is porcupine. Now, porcupine is a misunderstood soul. Sometimes people think of them as being prickly, but they only get prickly when challenged or are angry or are threatened, specifically threatened, because seldom do they actually get angry anymore, right? Perhaps in a previous lifetime, but this lifetime they're focusing on the joy and the happiness and the childlike qualities. So there is an old Aboriginal story about porcupine, and that is that porcupine is childlike. It only uses its quills as a defense mechanism. You can actually hand feed a porcupine if it trusts you. And that's what this card is about, is trust and faith. And so when treated gently and with love, there's a lot of faith, there's a lot of trust there, okay? So the old story about porcupine is that porcupine came across a log, and he looked, or she looked, at this log. Let's say she, because majority of our viewers are she's, and so she was, just she looked at this log and she thought, wow, what can I do with this log? There's so many things. I can play with it. I can scratch my back with it. I can look inside and see if there's any beautiful worms that, I can have some lunch. I can do all kinds of things with it. And then all of a sudden Bear came along, and Bear was big and grumpy, and he was an old bear, and he considered himself an old bear. And Porcupine walked up to Bear and with no fear, trust, faith, said, "Bear, do you want to play with me with the log?" And Bear was like, "I'm too old to enjoy playing, and why aren't you afraid of me?" Everyone's afraid of me. Everyone knows I'm grumpy. I'm old. And Porcupine said, "Well, if you continue believing that you're old, you will be grumpy. But don't you remember the days when you were a cub and you used to play and you used to have fun? Don't you remember those times?" And Bear started having a movement inside. The gentleness started to crackle the broken heart and the wall around his heart. And all of a sudden, Bear started to remember back when he was a cub and how much joy he had. And he said to Porcupine, "You have a point, actually, Porcupine. You're a good teacher, because you taught me that I don't need to be grumpy. I don't need to believe that I'm old, because I'm only as old as I am up here. And maybe if I became a cub again, I would be joyful and people would love me and they would treat me better, right?" And so Porcupine and Bear started to play with the log. And that's the lesson of Porcupine, is that don't get caught up in the adult world filled with, deceit or worry or fear or, all the negative emotions, right? Instead, be a cub again. Be a child again, and start to really enjoy life and play. And when you play like Porcupine, look at that. You really cute little face, actually, right? When you play like Porcupine, everything will be easier in life, because you don't get caught up in the rat race. Let go of the rat race and be a porcupine. And that's it. So that is deck number 1. Now let's look at deck number 2. Okay, so group number 2. I've already pulled the cards, and I reviewed them because the way that I'm doing it, I wanted to see the whole picture. And also, I wanted to research them a little bit more, because this deck I haven't used for a very long time. And it's really beautiful. So this deck is interesting, group number 2. You have gone through hell and back, and you're coming out the other side with so many blessings. This is a really positive read. At first, it started off with the 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, yes, 8 of Swords. And 8 of Swords, this is where you're feeling restricted. Your fear has actually imprisoned you, brick walls around you. Just feeling restricted, and so many choices, so many avenues in which you can go, and it actually debilitates you and makes you just kind of shut down. But the good news about this one is, you're searching for advice. That was it. This is where, when you get to the point where you're so many things are happening in your world, and you just like, I give up. I need help. And that's where this card is. It's at the point of needing spiritual guidance. So, having said that, I think that's actually a past card for so many of you. I think that's something that you've moved away from already, because when I read the rest of the cards, it really starts to flow. So the next card is the 4 of Cups. And the 4 of Cups, so this can be a couple of different meanings. It can be that you're absolutely, an introvert, bored, unmotivated, just, not knowing what to do, where to go, how to live. It can also be that life has been so easy that you have no motivation. everything is given, everything is supplied, and you have no motivation to actually do what you're here to do. And that's pretty important work, right? It can also mean that the angels are bringing a gift to you that are going to brighten your day. So don't worry if you've been feeling unmotivated and sad and just, not knowing where to go, what to do. You've got your back to the tree, and the tree has your back. And the standing people, the trees, are feeding you with knowledge, with wisdom, and they're helping you get rooted. And that brings in the beautiful angels, and the angels are bringing a gift to you. So now we're starting to turn this reading around, right? Now the goodness is coming. And it continues. So this is still where it can be two different meanings. It can be that you're contemplative and unmotivated. It just feels like the energy is kind of drained, right? It actually looks like she can barely hold on to the cup. It's just the energy is drained. But you can see behind her that the path is really straight. It's not windy. It's not meandering. It's a very straight path, and the gate is open. So things are starting to flow. And through the visualization, through the constant dreaming, this is what I think this card means for you, is that it's time to focus and dream every single day. Sit down with a cup of tea and just feel the magnificence, right? Say to yourself, oh my God, it's just so magnificent. Everything is happening for me. And you'll feel, look at all of the money coming from the heavens, right? All of that money is just starting to rain down. It's a real flow of energy. And that's when you start to really focus on that, that's when this beautiful card comes into play. And this is known as the wish card. How beautiful is that? I'm going to put it right there. Look at that. This is the wish card where dreams come true. You can see, his hand is up. I believe it's Jesus. His hand is up, feeling, receiving the energy. And this is the time where you should be reaching for the heavens and knowing that you're supported, you're guided, and everything is in flow. You have gone through so much, and this is the time where all your dreams are coming true. It is a really exciting time for you. So how blessed are you? What else about this one? You've got the rose. The rose is in full bloom. And so, like the seed has taken root. It's grown the stems, it's grown the leaves, it's grown the bud, and now it's fully blossomed. So you, my girl or my man, have come into full blossom. This is your time where everything is provided for you. And like I said, this is a wish card. Wishes come true. Okay. And finally, the last card is the Magician. The Magician means that everything is possible with God's love. So whether you want to say God's love, Spirit's love, God force energy, universal energy, you name it, whatever label you want to put on this energetic field, everything is possible once you are in alignment with this God force energy. You can actually see the energy flowing through the hands, right? And it comes from the heavens above, and it flows through and comes out the bottom of the hand. So there is a saying that through God's love, let men know all is given and blessings flow. You also have all four tarot there. You've got the cups, the sword, the pentacle, and the wand. So this is in total balance. This is when you're really coming into your own energy and really feeling the flow. It's like you have the Midas touch. You can see the flowers are blossoming behind. All of the flowers are in full bloom. The energetic field above in the crown chakra is the infinity symbol, which is also Jesus, but it is just being in that flow again. So this is your time. This is your time to focus on what it is that you desire. Okay, so then I picked the medicine card for you. Group number 2, your medicine card is owl. Now, I can feel some of you might be going, ooh, owl, because some not so nice people in the world has taken owl and made it their symbol. And that, to me, is not so good, because owl is actually my totem. So I'm Native, I'm Aboriginal, I'm Métis and Ojibwe, and I remember growing up and hearing from my Native friends. They were like, "Ooh, owl, it's bad energy." And I'd say, "Why? You know, it's a living creature, it's a spirit." And they would say, "Well, I don't know why actually, but this is what my kukum believed, my grandmother believed, and what my mother and father believed, and so I believe it too, right? It's being a passed down belief system." Now, owl, the reason why it's feared is because it's the night hunter. It sees in the dark. And for as long as we can think back, most humans have been afraid of the dark, because that's when predators can come out, you know, the predators that can see in the dark. And so most humans pray for that first break of dawn, the light coming through. It's like, whew, I made it through another night. In the caveman days, especially, if we ever had those, if it's actual true story. But you can think that, you know, if you had to depend upon, you know, survival, and darkness would not be your friend if you could not see, if you were blinded by darkness. But owl illuminates the darkness. Owl actually sits in the east, and the east is the direction of illumination, right? So Athena, who was the goddess of wisdom, Athena had a companion of owl that would sit on her shoulder, and Athena was blind in one side and could see in the other. And so owl would actually brighten up her mind, and she could then see the whole story. And that is what owl does. It shows you the whole story. So if owl has come into your reading, group number 2, this is a really beautiful sign, because you are going to see the whole story. Everything is going to be revealed to you. For those of us that have been, you know, especially since 2020, and there was a veil that most people couldn't see beyond. You know, they were being given one story, but owl was actually bringing in, for many of us, the whole story. So a lot of us were not deceived, and so that's what this is it's a lesson to listen to yourself. You are protected. Owl's feathers are very protective, very magical. This is all about magic as well. A lot of sorcerers, a lot of witches, both white and dark, have used owl. So like anything, you know, it's contrast. You can use it for good, you can use it for darkness. And so we choose to use it for the most beautiful goodness, all about being white light energy. And when owl energy is used for the white light, for the white hats, for all that is good, it is powerful. And that's when you are protected, you're guided. And this is a reminder to trust and have faith in your intuition, that what you see, what you're being shown, is truthful, and that you are you need to discern, actually not even need to. So owl is very good at showing you discernment of other people's motivations. So if you're feeling in your gut that someone's motivations isn't good, probably better to trust and listen to owl. Imagine owl sitting on your shoulder, and it's going to show you the truth. So that's a beautiful, you know, and owl actually, it's really, it's amazing in your whole reading, because owl is showing you that your fear was imprisoning you. And when you start to see the whole picture, there's no imprisonment anymore, right? And the fear or the anxiety can be debilitating. But when owl comes in and shows you the whole picture, all of a sudden the angels show up and you are blessed. If you are contemplative and are meditating and are thinking about what you want to do, Owl will show you the whole picture and how you can accomplish whatever it is that you desire, and that's when the money will flow. Owl makes all the dreams come true. Yes, some people will be afraid of you because you see what they can't. That's all right. It's just meaning that you're using a tool that is very much able to be used by them as well. But they just haven't learned yet, okay? And when you step into that God Force energy with Owl beside you, anything is possible. And so it is. So that's group number 2. How are you enjoying this so far? It's good, hey? Okay, so group number 3. Number 3 I've pulled as well, and I again went through all of it to make sure, but I think that number 3, they really want to talk to you because so many cards came out. So it was all about, well, it was not all, but some of it was about business, and that you're coming into a really great phase. Again, really positive. So I'm just going to hold up the cards so you can see it, okay? So I'm not peeking around the corner. Anyways, so this is the Two of Wands, and this could be a possible business partnership. You know, what else can I tell you? Achievement in business, your goals are attained, success, happiness. You have tremendous talent, you have tremendous abilities, and all of that is really starting to be recognized. So persevere, have courage, and know that everything is really working out for you. Possible, yeah, like I said, this is a possible business partner. You can see the 2 birds there coming. You have the world in your hands, and have courage to do what it is that you desire. Yeah. Yeah. So the next card is about everything is changing for you very quickly. I love this card actually because this means that all the stuff that was bothering you in the past, all the crap, you know, it's all starting to break away, and you're coming into a whole new way of living. You see, all the dreams and the aspirations that you've wanted all this time, they need the current situation needs to actually not remove, but to change quickly, change fast in order for you to manifest what it is that you truly desire. So this is actually a really exciting time for you because karmic forces are clearing away, and all the debris that was caused is simply going away. Okay. What else? Yeah, this is usually a breakdown of money, of relationship, finances, business, but it's a good thing. Don't worry. Okay, don't worry. That's really the key of it. Yeah, and a lot is coming towards you. In fact, it's accelerated movement, just like this card. You know, things are changing fast. You know, it's funny because it's followed up. Like if you didn't hear it, things are changing fast. Accelerated movement. Things are really, news is coming. This could be a trip, and especially a trip with business, right? The next one is the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is about promotions. Things are really starting to move into play for you. Money, abundance, really happy situation, a happy atmosphere. Yeah, don't worry, really. That's what it comes down to. Oh, and you can see her arm, you know, she's reaching out to him. So this could be a possible new relationship, or if you are in a relationship, it's a new level of support, a new level of love is coming through for you, okay? And this could be promotion, profit sharing, and an advancement at work. So really great things happening for you. You know, you've whether it's happened already or is just about to begin, have faith, have courage that things are really starting to change for you, and it's fantastic. Next is the King of Pentacles. Now, King of Pentacles is a mature man, white hair. He comes with wisdom. This is like a banker, an investor, a person that has a lot of real estate portfolio. And yeah, he's just a really beautiful soul. So he's going to appear in your world and listen to the words that he shares with you because he has a lot of wisdom. Next is the Empress. Empress, what a beautiful soul the Empress is. Excuse me. This is a promise of growth. You know, everything is starting to blossom. You can just see it, right? You've got prosperity, fertility, your needs are fulfilled. This is like healthy children. Everything's working out for you. It's just really a beautiful time in your life. You can see the butterflies there and the wand. It's like all the seeds that you planted, you're about to reap the reward. And you can see, like, look at all those flowers. You know, all the seeds that were planted, you're really going to have an amazing crop. It's like, woohoo! Yeah, and this is, again, you know, you've had two cards here. You had this card that is recognition, awards, promotion, and Empress is the same. It can be a reward or recognition as well. So that sounds really interesting. Love this card. This could mean an inheritance, right? It could mean that you, again, have a mature person that is bringing wisdom to you. It is a beginning of something new. So life is really turning around for you. Finances beginning to prosper, and no more concern, okay? You are free. You've got free possibilities and security. You can see the security with the mother and the child. The child feels very secure and is holding on to his mother, right? So there's a feeling of security there. Attainment, again, it's another recognition and reward. So you've got three cards here that are saying the same thing, that people are going to start to recognize, whether it's by, a medal. I've got medals here from the Queen of England, right, as if I want that anymore, and the United Nations, as if I want that anymore. But at the time, it felt really great getting recognition for all the work that I did for child advocacy, right? So this is what's happening for you, is that I think it's a lot of people are going to be recognizing who you are and what you've done and what you are doing. So again, it's listening to yourself, connecting. And that's when everything starts working out for you. So this is a happy conclusion. I mean, doesn't that look just beautiful? It's so happy, right? This is success, new beginnings, lifestyle. It's abundance, joy, happiness, fulfillment. And it could even be like pregnancy. Someone in your world is pregnant, or maybe you. It can be a bridal shower, celebration, all kinds of stuff, right? It can also be that your intuition, that you're really starting to get into the flow of using your intuition, right? Things are flowing to you. You can see that, right, in the cup. The angels are bringing flow to you. So that's a really exciting time. Yeah, and then the medicine card that I chose for group number 3 is the dolphin. I love the dolphin, right? Oh my God, I love the dolphin. If you've ever swam with dolphins in the wild, I don't support swimming with them in captivity, right? I've swam with them in the wild. I was in Mexico and I was behind a boat being dragged, in the boat because I fell. And anyways, I'm being dragged, and sure enough, there's the dolphins right beside me. How beautiful is that? So if dolphin has come into your world, group number 3, this is a time of utter joy, and it's all about the rhythm and the sound of life. So there is a an old legend, right? A native legend that dolphin was new to the planet. Actually came, I believe, dolphin came from their own planet. It's the dolphin planet. And it's very aquatic, of course, but it's blues and greens and pinks and yellows and really beautiful. And there are some different species that would be some similar to humans, but reptilian, the good reptilians, and some other species are there on the dolphin planet. So, anyways, dolphin were new to this Earth experiment, and Grandmother Moon was weaving her rhythm of the tides, and so she invited dolphin to learn the rhythm of the tides, the in, the out, right? And so dolphin learned this rhythm, and then Spider came along, and Spider brought in the sound from the Great Star Nations, and this sound was very unique. But again, it was all about rhythm and patterns. And so, if you have gotten this, group number 3, you are invited to let go of patterns that are no longer serving you and instead breathe in the patterns, feel the patterns of you being in the flow of all that is good. You see, dolphin is the species that can, with one breath, can go to the depths of the ocean, the darkest parts of the ocean, and then surface into the light to take that breath. And when it comes up and when it breathes, it's like a cork popping, right? and so breath work, you can do the right, breathe in through your nose and really put your stomach in deep, like touch your spine with your tummy as you exhale, and that that will rejuvenate you and every cell in your beingness. So act as a dolphin, breathe like a dolphin. And when you're in the depths, when you're diving deep and you're going into the darkness, always look up to the light. Look up and see the light and swim to that light. And as you surface, breathe with celebration. Be dolphin. And so it is. I liked that one. That was beautiful. Okay, the final one, number 4. Here we go. Okay, group number 4, this is it. This is a really beautiful one as well. I've loved all the readings today, haven't you? Yeah, some of you will actually go through the whole thing, but if you were doing the readings initially and you were thinking, well, maybe it's number 4, but it could also be number 2, I would suggest that you watch both, okay? Whatever numbers were coming up for you. Okay, so group number 4. Let me just put the card away there. Okay, group number 4. The first card that comes up for you. This is the 8 of Cups. Yeah, I have to Roman numerals. Okay, so this is a search for deeper meaning. You can just see it in him, right? You can see the cup and it's overflowing, and you can actually almost hear him, or this person saying, please, dear Lord, please, dear Lord. They're praying, they're searching for a spiritual fulfillment, guidance, and they're tired of the old ways. They're tired of the way that they've been living, and they're searching for hope and everything beautiful. And look at the cup, look at this cup, it's overflowing, yet they're not even looking at it. They're not realizing it because they're so focused on the problem. They're so focused on, I need help, I need help, I need help, that they're not seeing right in front of them is the answer. So if you are feeling this way at all, or if you have been, this can be a past card. This can be something that you are moving out of and moving into some really beautiful stuff here. Okay? If this has been something that you were going through or are going through right now, I would suggest that you just breathe and realize that, look, the heavens are opening up for you. All the clouds are breaking away. You can see the clouds, right? The castle is there for you to accept, and you have much being given to you. It's really, this is a beautiful time for you. And in fact, this card is about old friends from the past are coming. You might meet up with an old friend. It can be a gift coming to you. It can be a surprise. What else? Well, it can be an inheritance as well, right? Childlike feelings are being stirred up. Yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, and relocation as well. Or it can be a new house, right? There's a new house there. So it can be relocation of either your home or your business. The next one, temperance. Temperance is when you've been trying. I don't like the word trying because you are doing it, right? So temperance is trying new things. You've been trying new things. You've been, like the cup. She's got, pouring into this one, pouring into that one. She's, trying new things. Maybe we'll put it here. We'll put it back there. Patience is the message here. Is patience in the end pays. It pays off, and you can see it. She's in the flow. The energy is there. The sun is rising with God's light energy there, and also realize that just keep going, because patience will be the thing that will pay off in the end. Your dreams will come true. They are coming true. You just have to persevere. Okay? Knight of Wands. Now, Knight of Wands is an interesting one because it has a couple of meanings. First of all, it can be that you're possibly going on a trip or relocating. It's funny, a couple of cards in here are about relocating, so either a business or your house. It can be a trip, like, going to Egypt or going to somewhere with palm trees, right? It can be a relocation again. It can be an advancement. Major changes, like a change in your residence. I think I've already said that. But it also can be that perhaps a young person, like a teenager or a young person in your world, is pissing you off a little bit. And you're not really pleased with what they're doing or what they're saying. And they're usually fair-haired with blue eyes. Okay? But this is, it's a good card for, it can be like, what do I want to say about that? Yeah, I've already said it. It's new things are coming. It's pretty exciting, and especially when you look at this last card, because new things are coming, because this is the wish card. Just like in reading number 2, all your dreams are coming true. Don't worry. Worry is praying for the negative. You don't want to worry anymore. So see that your cup runneth over, and see your end result first. Actually, zoom down your timeline, see your end result, visualize it, feel it, smell it, see it in every which way, and experience it in your mind, and you will have it in your reality. So this is reaching for the stars. It's time for you to reach higher than what you have. Everything is right in front of you. Look at all the abundance right in front of you. And it is time for you to open your hands up. He's got one hand up, one hand down. So he's grounded with one hand, and he's open to the heavens with the other. Right? This is a really beautiful time. Dreams come true. Your dreams are coming true. This is really exciting. And so the medicine card that I picked was dog. Now, dog has a beautiful tail. I didn't mean that. Oh, that's funny. Some dogs do have a beautiful tail, but they have a beautiful legend as well. Oh, God, I just make myself laugh sometimes. And actually, that's what dogs do. They can find entertainment with the silliest things. They can chase their tail and have so much fun doing that, right? So, dogs are known for loyalty. They are probably the most loyal companion that humanity has ever had, traditionally, right through all of time. And dogs they go back to when I think of, like, prehistoric times, if that tale is true, like I said, if it was true, dogs were used to protect the children, right? Mums would be out in the fields, they'd be cooking on the stove out in the, middle of the field, or middle of the community, right? And dogs were used to protect the children while the mums or the dads had to go out and hunt or work in the fields. And so dogs knew and know their position as a loyal companion. And some dogs, unfortunately, have had that loyalty beaten out of them, you know. So that might be a message for you. Have you been beaten down in any way? Has the loyalty been beaten out of you? And if so, you have to start living your natural state, because when a dog whimpers and cowers of someone that is disappointed in the, I mean, think of, you can see some owners will just look disapprovingly at a dog and it'll cower, it'll, it'll whimper, right? And that's not the dog's natural state. The dog's natural state is power and joy and love and fun and affectionate and unconditionally loving. That's its natural state. That's your natural state. So, if you're not living that life, be like the natural state of a dog. Be loyal, be fun, be affectionate, be joyful. Dogs are not naturally vicious. That is also a learned behavior by their human counterparts that have taught the viciousness in some breeds. And then some breeds have cellular memory that is handed down from generations, where they have a misconstrued sense of loyalty, where they think being vicious is being loyal. And it's just being learned behavior that's being bred into certain types of dogs. But that, again, is not their natural state. So dog coming up in group number 4, it simply means that it is time to step back into who you truly are, your natural state of loyalty, of faith, of compassion and forgiveness. If dog has come into your world in this reading number 4, what it means is to ask yourself, am I being loyal to who I truly am? Am I living my ideal self's life? Am I being loyal to me? Right? Me, meaning you. Right? And if not, then get loyal. Become loyal to you, to who you are, to what you are here to do and be and have. Okay? Ask yourself, is someone trying to be loyal to me and am I being loyal back, or am I pushing them away? Am I being loyal to someone that is not worthy of my loyalty? Or am I loyal to someone that is? Am I loyal to my goals? Am I loyal to my life's purpose? If I was to look at my world from God's perspective, from the higher realm's perspective, if I was to look at my life path right now, would I feel happy? Would I feel that I am being loyal to who I am? And if not, this is your invitation to change and to say, okay, I got to get out that pen and paper again, and I've got to step into loyalty. I've got to let go of the indecision and the helplessness, the feeling of, oh my God, how do I get out of this situation? Well, you simply become loyal to your life's path. You sit down and you go, okay, I know that I have everything inside me. I know I'm in alignment. I know I have God's energy. I am God's energy. I am God, right? It's blasphemous for some to hear that, but the light source energy that is in Creator is what you are made of. The stardust from everything that is in this entire illusion, this entire realm, is within you. That's what your cells are made up of, right? So become clear and loyal to knowing that you have everything within you and that all is provided for you, and the right people are going to show up at the right time for you and bring you good news, and you're moving into a beautiful home, or you're moving into a new job that is just going to bring you utter joy and everyone around you. Also have patience in that, gosh, I'm not manifesting. How am I going to manifest? Have patience, because patience is what will win the game. Think of the tortoise and the hare. And also, the trip. This is more about a trip, a vacation. It can be a business trip as well, right? And relocation again. Or it can be that if something isn't pleasing you, find the love in it. Forgive, have compassion, have faith and trust that you're on the right path and they're on the right path, and unconditionally love them, as well as unconditionally love yourself. Because you are in alignment, my dear. You have everything going for you. The wish card is upon you. Your dreams are about to become true. And so it is. And so it is. Okay? I hope you enjoyed today. This was a beautiful Tuesday pick a card reading with Carrie Kohan. If you are interested in having a session with me, if you want a live private session, I am putting the links right below here. So you just click on that link and you can get your live session with me. I'm also working this week to put out 2 more things, and that is the free meditation recording that I did for Success Hypnosis. And my God, it changed everything for me. I went from struggling to doubling my income and having a huge amount of money just kind of drop into my world. Not even kind of, it did. And it makes me blink. It's like, oh my God, did that actually happen? It did. And then I resolved matters with my husband, and now I'm back in the UK, and everything is really starting to flow, and my plant is coming back. Yay. Yeah, it traveled all the way from Portugal to England, so it's coming back. I'm really pleased for it. So everything is in the flow. And I think a lot of it was, well, not even a lot of it, I think creating that Success Hypnosis tape and then listening to it twice a day has really made a world of difference for me. It changed everything. And then also, I'm making another program this week, and that is to give away my book, the PDF. I am charging a little bit for the advertisement costs because it's expensive on social media to do all these advertisements. But ultimately, I keep hearing, give it away, give it away. So the book itself is a PDF. It's going to go directly into your account. It's in color, full living color. And I think, oh gosh, just look at the 148 views now that are reviews that are on social media, on Amazon. It's absolutely a life-changing book. So that is it. Okay. So you've got a couple of links down below for you to choose. I would love for you to subscribe and to like and to share this video. If you've been blown away, share it. Share it on all your social media. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Okay. Take care, everyone. Much love to you. Bye now.